Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Task Force Questionable, and today we're going to be jumping back into some more Craft 2 Exile. Today, just wanted to catch up on what's happened since last time. Last time we set off on our adventure to find a place to live, and in doing so we came across a relatively nice place. Oh, darn. But a relatively nice place here on this cliffside to get started. Potentially do our Hall of Memories here in the mountain. But I went ahead and started building my house. I think the idea is going to be going for some kind of medieval tower. I was just kind of working with the materials I had available to me at the beginning. So this obviously won't be how the finished product looks. I will do some texturing with some different colors stone, kinds of stone and variants and whatnot in the bottom and here in the top. But that'll be ever evolving as we go along. Probably won't do a whole lot of the building on camera, but just because it's kind of repetitive. But you know, if you would like to see me do that on camera, just let me know in the comments. I will try and do some of the Hall of Memories in videos, just because that's, you know, kind of one of the main goals of the series is to fill that out with armor and weapons that we've used to fight bosses. But as for today, I kind of want to do some more, focusing more on quests and maybe getting some mining going. But I also, one of the first things I want to do is get started on a farm, because food is going to be one of the key factors in making sure we can have different buffs as we go along, outside of any potions or talents that we may have. Now, you may see since we last left off, I've gained a couple more levels, but that was mainly because with being right here on the edge of the water, we have several drown that spawned every once in a while, so I have had to take care of them. But, so, before we get in, going any further, let's go ahead and apply those new level up points. So, head to the mine/hub. I have a couple more. I think for now we'll go ahead and we'll pop these into dexterity, just to kind of keep, make sure it's not a complete dump stat. We do still want a decent amount of dodge, plus our dexterity will increase our attack speed, which will be nice. Let's go ahead and apply some class points. These we have quite a bit because we've leveled up quite a bit since we last applied these. So we'll head over to our Warlock class. I'll say we go ahead and throw a couple points here, and we get that up to 4, just so as you can see there down at the bottom, support slots 1 of 5 available. That means we can now equip a support gem into the skill slot for Acid Blast, which will be very nice. But we have 6 points. I think now I want to head over to the Crusader class, and we'll go ahead and get this Holy Shield throw, just so we have a little bit of a single target ranged attack that's going to deal both fire and lightning damage. So we have a pretty wide range of elemental damage on our side now. And I think we'll go ahead and do 4 there as well. That way we get the skill slot. And that leaves us with 2 here. I think we'll take the Holy Shock aura. This will just give us basically an aura that if an enemy is within that range, or any entity is within that range, it'll deal lightning damage to them every 2 seconds. So we can go ahead and grab this, put both points into there. For our passive points, I think we're gonna go ahead and let's see if there's anything good for Warlock. Poison chance, summon damage, magic hits. I think we'll go ahead and put a couple at least into magic hits, health leech, because we do have a couple of magical ranged attacks that we'll be using quite often. So, you know, health leech is always going to be a good one. And I think the other 2 we'll go ahead and put into summon damage, because those are going to be our tanky, big damage dealers while we kind of sit back and control the battlefield from afar. So we now have both of our classes kind of picked, that we can switch back and forth between and use stuff. Let's see here. Let's not forget to assign our new skills. so we will go ahead and we're gonna throw, nope, that's not where I want that one. Actually, yes it is. And then this one, I want my shield throw. So, if we go ahead and open up our master backpack, I kind of looked at the ones I wanted. At first I was going to do accuracy on the acid blast, and then I was going to do this on our zombies just to give them some fire damage. But now that we have a ranged attack that is doing fire damage, we might go ahead and put it on there. So let's go ahead and grab both of those, and we'll go back into our mine and slash skills. So for holy shield throw, we're going to go ahead and add the fire damage. So this now does a fair amount more. And then for the acid blast, we're going to throw the accuracy support gem on there, just so we can, make sure we hit more and they're not able to dodge near as much. Now that we have that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at our talents. Because like I said, this is where a lot of our main buffs are going to come from. So we said we were going to try and get to the summon damage. If I take this here, we can go ahead and get there. Now we kind of have 5 points to play around with. Let's see what kind of path do we want to take. We could go with the straight damage and the elemental damage and go this route. We can do more summon damage and get to this plus 8% all around damage. We can take some health and mana, which might not be a bad idea, because this will also give us some armor and magic shield, which we like. So with 5 points left, I think we're gonna go this route. Yeah, I think we'll take the extra health and mana, we'll take the armor and magic shield, we'll take the more armor and magic shield, and then we will take, we'll take the big one there. But I want health and mana. What do I want? Strictly health. I think we might take the strength here. That way we can get Witch's Brew. Next, these game changer talents are going to be like largely impact how our build goes into the game. One thing that this will do is allow us to gain 60% of our magic shield regen as health regen, as it says, which basically means with the fact that we're building around having magic shield and armor, we're going to want that magic shield regening as much as possible. So we're going to want to stack magic shield regen. So if we can get this to where that magic shield regen is also going to be health regen, we're going to be golden. So I think we'll go ahead and take that one into strength there. So that brings our totals up to 16, 11, and 11, which is not terrible. We're definitely going to want to start focusing intelligence with our next skill points, just to bump that stat, because we did put at least one into dexterity, so that's not too bad. Yeah, so currently we have our magic shield regen is at 8. So if we took 60% of that, it'd be like approximately 5.5, maybe ish. Would be health regen, so we'd have another 5.5 here, which would put us at 18 health regen, which is not terrible. But now we're up to 333 health, which is nice. I will say, I do want to do some adventuring and or cave exploring, just so we can start getting some better gear. I noticed as I was dealing with zombies and stuff, or not zombies, but drowned as I was building, I was starting to deal less and less damage as time went on, just because I was leveling up but not getting better stuff, better weapons and gear, and so I was getting hit harder than I was able to deal out, which was not fun. But I did notice that I got a level 10 scythe at one point. It gives us basically some upgraded stats to everything else we have already. So if we go ahead and compare these here, it has a slightly smaller bleed chance. Well, actually it has... So it doesn't have cooldown reduction, but it does have attack speed, which is nice. It has 8% physical damage instead of 6.4 cold damage. 6.4%. But it does have higher weapon damage and mana. So that'll be nice. We'll go ahead and swap those out. This is the same one as this one. That's the ones we got from the quest. Now, I do have other weapons and stuff I could use, but due to the Warlock class needing a spellcaster weapon, the Scythe does count as that. Another thing I want to do today is go ahead and get as many of our profession stations set up as we can, so we can start turning some of the stuff that we're not ever going to use into profession materials and crafting stones. So we're going to take a look at doing that, but like I said, it's nighttime. We're going to go ahead and sleep. Like I said though, one of the first things I want to do is get a farm set up, so that's going. So I have in my inventory a fair amount of seeds that I want to get started in the farm. Obviously wheat's going to be one of the main ones. We're going to want a lot of bread because we can use that to make either bread, or wheat in general can be used to make quite a few foods. Then we're going to go for some cabbage, some tomatoes, rice, and onions from Farmer's Delight. Those of you familiar with Farmer's Delight know there are a ton of food that we can make from this mod, so we want a good variety of crops at our disposal. Then we're going to do some potatoes and carrots. Obviously got to have those. We're going to make a trip at some point to a village and go ahead and grab some beetroots. That's why I don't have anything in this slot. And then we're going to have flax because that'll be a nice way of getting string without having to slay a bunch of spiders. And string in turn will get us some wool. So that's going to be what we're going to focus on here for the first little bit. And while we do that, I'll kind of, I don't know, we'll see where it takes us, but we do need a shovel, and we're going to need, so if you noticed, all of the chests are slightly more special than your normal average vanilla chests. This mod pack does have sophisticated storage in it, so we can upgrade those chests into higher tier chests that will basically allow us to upgrade the storage. We can also put upgrades in them that'll upgrade the stack size, and then by doing that we can basically store a lot more of one item, which will be very nice, or a lot more of an item per slot. So right now I'm just gonna kind of work on getting a space cleared out for the farm over here. I think what I'm gonna do is have this area over here be the farm, and then over on that little island portion right across, if we go ahead and look on the map, this little island portion I think is either going to be a wood farm or a quarry or animal farm, because a lot of these food recipes are going to require animal products as well. I think it might end up being kind of a combination of the three, where I might do, this section as our animal farm, and then a quarry here and a wood farm here, or something along those lines. We will kind of cross that bridge when we come to it. Get okay, whatever. That was a bad pun on my part, sorry. But I do like the idea of having most of our necessities on this side of the river. Should have seen that coming. I should have just made some stone shovels instead of wasting the iron, but oh well. I can do that now. But yeah, so having these chests upgraded is going to be a huge help when we have all this dirt, just because it'll allow us to basically store all this in one stack instead of having it take up this much inventory space. But alas, we are not quite there yet. But let's go ahead and make a couple more shovels in the meantime, and then we can get back to work on this farm. For those of you that aren't familiar as much with the Ultimate mod, if you're wondering how I'm doing this, basically just getting a whole line of stuff. It's kind of hard to see in this mod pack because of the health and stuff in the top left. But if you're holding your Ultimate key and then shifting, you can see there's a wheel, and you can kind of make all kinds of different shapes. I'm hearing noises that I don't like. Let's go. Let's go ahead and test out our new. Yeah. Go ahead and take him out. But you can see it's up in the top left. there's a wheel that's going to have all kinds of different shapes that you can do. The shapeless is your typical mine all of a matching type. So this is good for doing ore, mass gathering stone, stuff like that. You have your small tunnel, which just does a 1x1 tunnel out to a max range of, I think in this mod pack, 32, because that's what Ultimine is set to limit at. You have a small square, which mines a 3x3 square. The large tunnel mines a 3x3 tunnel to a max of 32 blocks. Your mining tunnel is going to do basically a diagonal tunnel straight down, as you can kind of see here. Not straight down, I should say, but a diagonal tunnel down. The escape tunnel is going to do kind of the same thing, but in the opposite direction. It's going to go up. So you would have to clear like here, here, and here to be able to actually walk up the path. And then yeah, you're back to shapeless. So just figured I could go ahead and explain that. I've been using the small tunnel to clear this stuff out, just because it makes it kind of simple. Oh, another thing, between episodes, I did make myself with a ender pearl. I made myself a magnet, just because when building the house, I was tired of having everything drop and then back down to the bottom. And I mean, enough of you have played Minecraft that you know the struggles of building on elevated platforms. So went ahead and did that. So now I'm just kind of clearing this area out. We want to kind of have it clear for anything we really want. Let's go ahead and take care of. Okay. I'm also going to go ahead and get those guys going. I'm going to head over, dump off a lot of this inventory. And actually, before we do that, go ahead and fill in this hole. I had a couple creeper accidents that I never got around to filling because I was working on the house, but we can go ahead and do that now since we have a plentiful amount of dirt. So we'll head back over here, we'll drop it off. I'll work on the path a little bit at some point. Right now I just kind of want to get this farm kind of up and running. But another nice part about the sophisticated storage mod is it adds these little quick sort buttons. You can't really see them normally. I don't know why that is, but the one on the left is transfer all matching to storage. The one on the right is transfer matching to inventory, so basically vice versa. And then if you hold shift, you can basically just dump your whole inventory into the chest. I like the ability to quick stack in the chest because that makes it easier when you're just trying to like dump your inventory quite fast. That way you don't have to, you know, sort through every single thing and be like, okay, this thing needs to go there, this thing needs to go there. You can just kind of click a single button and anything in the chest that matches is going to go in. Which is pretty nice if you ask me. Let's see here. We'll go with the classic Minecraft look. We'll go with oak. Because I think that'll look decent. I don't have any spruce to play with right now. There is a spruce forest. Well, not a spruce forest, but spruce wood over there that I could go grab, but I haven't taken the time, so we're not going to worry about it now. So, the idea is going to be that we're going to have kind of little areas of 6. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Little plotches of 6 that we will do crops in. And then that way we can kind of keep crops separated in small amounts, and then we can expand the farm as needed. But for now, I just want to get that kind of set up. So let's go ahead and dig out corners. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get working on this, doing a little more layout, and I'll get the wood placed down and whatnot, and I will bring you guys back when it's, you know, ready to look at. And we're back. So I did a little work, kind of had to redesign a couple things here and there as I went, but we did get the farm done. I think it turned out relatively nice. Gets this nice little border around it, so things can't just, you know, fall in or jump into the farm. It's not too bad. I do have sign setup. Like I said, obviously we haven't gotten the beetroot yet, so we'll have to get some of that. But we currently have beetroots. We have potatoes, carrots, onions, cabbage, and tomatoes. Actually, I brought some more seeds to go ahead and put these in. Oh, this was cabbage. So yeah, we have a decent farm going. I hit the wrong button there. And then over here we have our flax and our wheat. I have no idea why the colors are on the signs this way. It happened as I placed them and named them, so it's fine. Oh, we also have rice crops that'll be in these two things. Then I forgot the sign for. I also have berries over here. I'm gonna steal the sign because obviously these are berries. I've saw this nice little design, I think, on Pinterest somewhere that I thought looked cool for like a vineyard. So we have blueberries on this side and sweet berries on this side that we will kind of roll with for the time being. I don't think they're used in a whole lot of things, but let's go ahead and put rice here. All good there. See, it auto goes to green. I don't know what it is, but it's fine. So we got that out of the way. And I think, with that being said, I think we're gonna gear up and go for a little mining trip. Okay, so I've gotten ready to get set on a mining trip, but I did, in thinking, decide I want to go ahead and put a crafting upgrade in this gold backpack. That way I have access to a crafting table without needing wood or to place anything when I'm, out adventuring, out mining, whatever. So, first things first, we're going to look at this crafting upgrade. So we need a crafting table, we need 2 spiritual ore, we need a chest of some sort, and an upgrade base. Now the upgrade base, this is going to be difficult. So we might just have to take some of the stuff with us, and then make it on the journey, because we currently do not have enough spiritual ore. If we look into our mining / backpack, our master backpack, if we go down to professions, we only have 1 spiritual ore, which we're gonna need a total of 6. Now, we can turn the celestial ore into spiritual ore, but that's only gonna give us 2. So I'm gonna hold on to that for now. We'll throw both of these back in here. We do have the spiritual raw meat though for the upgrade base, so that'll be fine. But we will probably just have to take, we'll just take a chest and a crafting table with us, as well as some string, and we'll make it as we get the spiritual ore. So that won't be too much of a problem. Okay, we've slept for the night. We're going to take off. Now I would normally take my dogs with me on adventures, but I think with my lightning aura, that's going to hurt them, as well as the fact that I believe my strikes hit them as well. So I don't want to kill my poor puppies. So we're just gonna leave them sitting here at home. I'm hoping to get some wool and stuff that we can kind of make a better little bed for them. And we'll leave them here for the time being. Oh, it looks like we have some drone friends that wanna hang out. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and get on the move. I grabbed some little bit of food. We have some bread and some apples, so we have grain and fruit. That'll give us a little bit of diversity, maybe a little bit of buff there, but I don't expect it to be terribly great because there's not as much diversity there as could be. But I see some more flax here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that because we'll need some more flax seeds once we, to get the farm up and going. I do see this ginormous cave here. I'm hoping that we can get some good stuff here. So we're gonna take a gander. And holy, okay. So we're looking at the edge of this cave. Seeing one of those creatures down there makes me realize that we probably should have mentioned one of the quests, which I don't think. Yeah, we might run into some of them, but glow in the dark issues. It's gonna ask us to kill 8 glow skeletons. There's luminescent creatures lurking in the underground to attract attention. Find some glow skeletons, kill them, and continue to explore the depths. So basically, this little section down here is gonna deal with exploring caves. There's a quest page here, or a lost page here, and then that's going to talk about some other creatures we can find underground as well. Now, the next quest along the main storyline, since we did finish the training arc last time by killing zombies and skeletons, we need to kill 3 witches. We haven't run into any yet, but if we take on the gateway pearl we got last time, we can get a witch gateway that we can, find them instead of having to find them out in the world. So we will do that at some point, but for now, I want to get some mining done. Hopefully we can get some more resources. So let's go ahead and head down into this cave. Oh, we already have a door night. Since we're down here and going to be next to some guys, I'm going to go ahead and get all 3 of my guys out. This things could get dicey real quick. Go ahead and activate my as well. Ah, shoot, I just turned it off. Okay. Normally I would turn particles like completely off, but in the case of this mod pack, it's nice to be able to see when my aura is active, so I don't accidentally run into something like a village and accidentally either kill all the villagers or at least hit the villagers and it causes the iron golems to get mad at me. So it's nice to be able to see that. It says we're in dripstone caves, but I do not see dripstone, which is unfortunate because I would like to get an infinite source of lava, albeit a slow one. But for now, we're going to be focusing mainly on iron, coal, copper. Actually, if we're looking for some of this celestial ore, if we take a look at the mine / professions quest line, obviously it's going to give us an overview here. You can pause and read this if you want, but if you just want a quick overview, basically mining, farming, fishing, and bounty hunting are going to be the main ways to get mine / profession. Oh, hey, there's drips. Mine / profession materials. So as you mine ore, you have a chance to get spiritual ore. As you farm, you have a chance to get oh, I don't remember what the material is from farming, but as you're breeding things, you have a chance to gain spiritual meat. As you fish, you have a chance to get spiritual fish, so on and so forth. Hey, that was one of the glowing skeletons we talked about, so we should not prologue here. Yeah, we've now killed one of these guys. So they're not terrible. But because we are doing a split build, we are slightly behind the damage curve of the level of mobs we are facing, which is unfortunate. But if we go back to looking at the mine / professions, we can take a look at here at the mining. So from level 1 to 20 in our mining professions, not our class levels, but mining profession. This is considered tier 0, and we get more XP from coal, iron, and copper than we will from any other ore. But this will give us the most experience. Now, once we get to tier 1, level 21 to 40 mining level or mining profession level, we'll get more what's the word? Experience from redstone, lapis, gold, quartz, and emerald. So that'll be nice once we hit up the nether. Oh, we have a goblin trader. We're gonna hit up okay. We're gonna hit this guy up because he can double a bunch of our stuff. So yeah, he'll double a bunch of our ore for us if we have the stuff. Unfortunately, ooh, that sponge would be nice if I had an emerald. But I don't. Unfortunately, this guy does not look like he is trading iron, which it's unfortunate, but well. He does have some good trades for the for pickaxes and axes, but we don't have any of the stuff to be able to do that, so that's kind of unfortunate. Okay, guys, now that we've got a little bit of mining done, I've made some more torches. I want to take a look and see if we've got any more. Oh man, we really need to do this. Oh, look at this, guys. We have a Scorched Rusted Scythe of skill damage, which is an epic scythe. This is nice. We're gonna go ahead, regardless of if this has better stats, which it probably does, considering it's a level 11 and it's an epic. It's gonna have more stats on it than that of which we're already using. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that on and use that for the time being. Now I did unfortunately see that my boots had broken in one of those fights, in a fight I got into earlier. So we're gonna go ahead and look and see what kind of armor we have that we can not so much upgrade to, but throw on and use for the time being. I think it looks like everything's gonna be a level 5, so I might just take some crafting stones and fix the durability on this. Do we have a better helmet? This one does have is a level 13 minimum. It will be better, despite the fact that the rarity is worse. What about pants? Do we have any better pants? There's a player level 12. This was a level 7, so that should be better, theoretically. Well, I guess we'll do that and fix that. And then we just need any kind of boots at this point. There's a level 7, level 2, level 3. So looks like we're going back with cloth pants. So not a totally great start, or I should say finish to our thing. But one thing that's nice is we can take, if we go to our currency and grab some of these crafting stones. I think just one uncommon should do it. But if I go over my gear, it shows that it is nearly completely broken. The durability is only 480. We can take this uncommon stone, we can click it, or pick it up, we can right click directly onto the item, and it will repair as much durability as the uncommon stone can. This guy is rough. Oh, there's another glowing skeleton. We can take care of him. We're up to 4 out of 8 now on the quest counter, so that's nice. So far we've grabbed a little bit of iron, a little bit of copper. We had that goblin trader earlier that doubled a bunch of our copper for us, so that was nice of him. And yeah, I think now that we've got a little bit of copper and some more iron, we'll be able to upgrade our chests a little bit, so we'll have some more storage space in there. But I want to see about probably getting some more coal at the very least. The copper I'm not too worried about. We can grab any iron we come across as well. Iron's always good. I'm actually going to backtrack through this cave, because I had to deal with a lot of guys as I was making my way this way. So there's a lot of ore that I missed, so we'll be able to grab that on our way out. We'll place down some more torches so we can see better. Get some gunpowder in there. It does seem to be nighttime as well. Go ahead and use that sleeping bag. Sleeping bags are basically beds, except they don't reset your spawn point. So I can sleep in this all I want, and I will not lose my spawn point at my bed. If I were to die, I would still spawn back in my house. So that's something that's pretty nice about the sleeping bag mod. Ooh, this is a big coal vein. That's nice. Love to see that. One of the nice parts about having the ultimine in here is, for those large coal veins that seem like they would never end, you can get them pretty much all in one swipe with ultimine. You don't have to worry about constantly finding new ores. You can just get all of them in one go. Okay, I am also going to rearrange my skills a little bit, because if you've been watching, you've noticed that as I am in combat, I tend to accidentally mess up my skills, so we're gonna move this around. I'm gonna put Acid Blast there, and we're gonna put Flame Shock there, just because of where my thumb rests on the side of my keypad, or not keypad, but mouse, where I have the buttons that I'm using for this. I tend to click the wrong one that I'm meaning, so I'm hoping this won't screw me up too much now that I move them where I naturally will be hitting them. Hoping it won't screw me up too much, but you know, we'll see. It is not looking like there's anything interesting here. There's a zombie, but I was saying earlier, now that we've done a little bit of mining, got some coal, got some iron. Make sure there's a little bit more iron here. I'm gonna grab this real quick. But now that we've done that, I want to take a look. Go ahead and summon some bodyguards. We will take a look inside our master backpack. I had gotten sidetracked by having the new stuff, but we'll go ahead and look at our professions. Notice we have gone now from 1 spiritual ore to 22, so we can now, we'll go ahead and make that backpack upgrade. Oh dang, oh we do have no clog, thank goodness. I forgot the fact that I was going to need a crafting table to craft the upgrade. But we got that. I forgot to grab the raw meat. We'll go ahead and grab that. So the raw meat in the center, celestial ore around, or not celestial, but spiritual ore around the side. And we can do either the sophisticated backpacks or the sophisticated storage upgrade base. Because this is going in our backpack, we'll do the backpacks one. We'll go ahead and grab the upgrade base there. Now, upgrade base in the middle, spiritual ore on the sides, chest on the bottom, crafting table on top, and we now have a crafting upgrade for our backpack. So we can throw this here. Now we just have a crafting table in our inventory, in our backpack that we can use at a moment's notice. So that's nice. We don't have to carry a crafting table, so I'm just going to leave it here because, you know, it's whatever. With that being said, we can also go into the mine / hub, and we can take a look at, oh, here it is, right here in the middle. If you hover over the little pickaxe and hoe symbol, it'll show you your professions and your level in each of those. So if you notice, in mining level, we are now currently at level 8 mining, 1205 out of 2488 experience to level 9, so we are still very much in tier 0, unfortunately, but that's fine. Right now we're basically going to be focusing on mining coal and iron for the moment anyways, so that's not a terribly big deal. But now that we've gotten a decent amount of coal, a vaguely good amount of iron, I think we're going to start making our way back to base, so we can start getting some of our profession stations set up. So I will see you guys when I get back. Okay guys, on my way back out, I realized why there were so many zombie spawns, or at least I think it was because of the zombie spawns here in this cave, and it do be because there's something angry going on over here. I can't quite tell, but there is a, there it is. Saw this obviously, but, oh, we have a gateway going. Okay, this is interesting. This might be very bad for us. I need to get out. 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 Okay. So, gateways will basically be waves of enemies that will become increasingly difficult, but as we go, they will drop better and better loot. If we complete the gateway, we get the best loot, obviously, but we have to get there first. So, we can only, we basically have to defeat all of the enemies that come out of the gateway in the given amount of time, or else we fail the wave and do not beat the gateway. Now, luckily, we do have these glowing green specks that show us, you know, what these enemies are. So it makes it a little easier on us. Where is this guy? There we go. But we did just get the glow skeleton because they spawned as part of this. So that's nice. It looks like, yeah. We got some more guys. Oh, I forgot. So yeah, there is going to be one guy that shoots this fire at us, which is going to be quite annoying because the fire does not go out. And so it's quite annoying. So we just kind of have to deal with him. And he does spawn, teleport away. There's a mutant creeper over there, and I really don't want to mess with that guy. So, the faster we can, you know, finish this up and get done with it, the better. And we completed the gateway. Let's go. So, I dropped a couple things. I'm sure I have a bunch traveling with me. Some bandits. Let's see. Let's see if we got. Okay, we got some stuff in here. Most of it's gonna be stuff that we can just scrap. But there is a chest here. We're gonna go ahead and see what's in here. We got an epic stone, uncommon stone, common stone. We got some cabbage seeds, pumpkin seeds. I'll go ahead and take those because you never know. I'm hearing noises that I really don't like. I'll go ahead and take the bones and the rotten flesh. And we'll take the rope as well, because, you know, why not? I'm gonna throw away the corpse maggots, because they're not really used in anything. The rotten soil can't be used for much, so I'm not terribly worried about it. I don't know what those sounds were, but I don't like them. But now that we've got that done, I'm gonna head back to base, and I will catch you guys there. So now that we're back to base, we have a couple things. We're gonna go ahead and dump all of our inventory. A lot of it's in the backpack, but we're going to get this kind of sorted out into our chests. There's a kind of organization going on here. Don't ask me what it is. It's kind of just whatever I'm looking at. My guys keep getting hurt, and I don't understand why. It's whenever I come back, but I think it's due to their leveling stuff. I think once I get them, there's a mod in here called Doggy Talents that if I go into, I think I'll be able to take them with me and not damage them myself. But I don't entirely know. I haven't looked into that mod yet, so we will do so at some point in the series, I think. But while we are getting this done, I think what we're going to do next, right before the end of this episode, is we will go ahead and get all of our crafting stations set up. So, oh hey, we got some beetroot seeds, by the way. I didn't realize that, so that's nice. We got some pumpkin seeds. I'm not going to worry about those too much right now, or sugar cane. We have a fair amount of it. But the beetroot seeds is nice to have. We did get an aqua affinity enchantment, but it's not going to be terribly useful currently. But the cold resist will be nice. Don't ask me how they came up with that for aqua affinity, but you know, it is what it is. So, got copper in this. Oh, I guess I should have done a house tour at some point. Obviously there's not much. Upstairs is, you know, basically just a flat platform at the moment. So that's not too bad. But down here, we do have some stuff set up. We have obviously our storage. You know, this is bulk storage. This is our food stuffs or anything nature related. We have our dogs. A carpenter's table so I could get some of this nice, the chipped stuff set up. We have kind of our little kitchenette area here. Anything smelting we need to do. One thing you can't see is that behind these furnaces, we have supplementary bellows, which basically allows furnaces to work twice as fast, and they are powered by levers. I do, through the muffler, client-side muffler mod, that comes with this pack, so I didn't have to install it myself. I do have the bellows muted because they are quite annoying. So that's something to keep in mind if you are to do the same yourself. That being said, we're going to go ahead and get started on getting our crafting stations set. Actually, we're going to do that right after we go plant our new seeds and collect our first harvest, because I believe some stuff should be ready. So we'll go ahead and plant our flax seeds. Go ahead and plant our beetroot seeds. We got 4 of them, so we'll go bam bam. There's some carrots there. We plant. Cabbage isn't grown, tomatoes aren't grown, none of the wheat's grown. Okay, so there's literally only a carrot. But there's a rice. Kind of cool that we can get. And we'll deal with this in a minute. But we will go ahead and get our crafting station set up. And then we will see what to do from there. So we do have the cooking station, which goes with the cooking profession. We have the salvaging station, the gear crafting station, the alchemy station, and the infusion station. Obviously, all of these go with their respective professions, and then all of these different things that can be made through those professions. But as for now, we just need to get these made. So first thing, the cooking station, we just need a piece of coal and 8 planks. So let's go ahead and do that. We need a piece of coal. We don't have any. Oh yeah, we do. We can use the maple. You'll see that I often tend to forget the crafting grid in here when I'm at base, just because there's already one place and I can find it relatively easily. But, oh, we should obviously do this. Go ahead and click the check mark, and this will allow us to start completing some of these quests. So, mining, we've got an iron pickaxe, I completed that one. Now, we should create an iron hoe, an iron fishing rod, I guess. That would helping get those quests completed. I believe, yeah, sticks are in my backpack. Grab the string. So, we need a hoe. Missed. A hoe first off, and then a fishing rod. Iron fishing rod, that is. We got that, and so that completes those 3 quests for us. The bounty hunting, we'll have to make a bounty board at some point, which will be fine. Those are actually kind of nice. We can put one here and put, oh, I forget what they're called, but we can put stuff in them to get bounties here at our house instead of having to go to a village, because there's some that spawn in villages all the time. But that being said, we're going to go for the salvaging station next, which is a common stone and any kind of stone crafting material. We have cobble, so that's not a big issue. Common stone is in our backpack under currency. Grab one of those. Grab the salvaging station now. We got that done. Now we're going to go for infusing and gear crafting. We unfortunately cannot, I mean, we'll make the alchemy station, but the quest won't light up until after we've done a common bounty. But that's not too much to worry about. So we'll go for the gear crafting station. We need a spiritual ore and 8 planks. And then the infusion crafting, I believe, was the other one, which is a spiritual ore, 4 paper, and 4 planks. So 12 planks, so 3 logs. We need some paper. Look at that. And then we need spiritual ore. We need 2, I think. What is it? Gear crafting? Yeah, we need 2. So put that back. We'll go ahead and get this started. Grab gear crafting. Just kidding. We need to make the paper first. Grab that. Go for paper. I am not able to click worth a darn right now, but there's the infusion station. So now we got all those crafted. So as we go and as we start getting to the point where we're not getting the kind of weapons and armor that we're wanting, we'll start doing some gear crafting so that we can start making, more or less custom armor and custom weapons for whatever build we're trying to go for, but also to level up those professions. So if we look back at the quest here, tier stations, the lost page, this basically explains that there's crafting stations for each of the professions, but they are tied to the player that placed them, which is interesting because I remember playing with a buddy of mine, and we were both able to use the same thing. So that's kind of interesting. Guess that was a change at one point. Go ahead and collect that. Collect the iron coin. Leveling tools. There are tools that gain levels with use. As they increase in level, they gain affixes, which will grant various improvements. Tools will gain an affix every 20 levels. Interesting. So that'll be something to look out for. Then there's fast leveling, the disassembler's learning method. So we can craft one of these, the disassembler's learning method, and place it into a crafting station of our choice, so that whenever we craft something, it destroys the item we crafted, but we gain double the profession experience. So say we're trying to level up our gear crafting stuff, we can throw a bunch of common materials in there to make common gear, and then throw one of these in there, and it will basically, whenever we craft all the common stuff, it'll immediately void all that, but it'll double the experience that we get for it. I don't think we currently have enough common stone to do that. Probably would if we undo an uncommon stone, so we may as well go ahead and make one of these. Oh yeah, and you can craft these up. Common stones, 9 common stones is an uncommon stone. 9 uncommon stones is a rare stone, and then so on and so forth, all the way up to mythic. So 9 legendary and a mythic, which is pretty cool. But it's kind of a very long, arduous task, obviously, because it's 9 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 to the 5th power to get a mythic stone from common stone. So yikes, that's a lot of math that I don't care to do right now. That being said, we are trying to make the disassemblers thing. We don't currently have enough iron, so we'll go ahead and get some of that smelting. Some of that stuff we just pulled back. And with the bellows, it should go twice as fast as a normal furnace, so we should get that first piece there, get that piece there, and we can go ahead and make this. So we grab the minecart, now we grab common stones around it, and bam, disassembler's learning method. Iron coin, not too bad. We did get the glow in the dark issues. I am going to, instead of having to manually click all of these, I'm going to click up here to collect all rewards. So it gives us a bunch of profession stuff. Mainly it gives us a hat, grab bag. It gives us an armor infusion, some stones, and coins. It also gives us a chef's hat thing, but click that. It'll give us a bunch of rewards. Same here. I'll get some materials and some profession stuff, as well as coins. So let's go ahead and we'll throw all of the mining slash stuff and the coins out, so it'll auto pick up into our backpack, master backpack that is. And let's go ahead and grab these stations and get them placed down. Actually, we need to make the alchemy station, despite the fact that we can't get it. So we'll grab a spiritual produce and 3 stone, and we will make that real quick. So we need the professions, spiritual produce. One thing to note, I believe, unless they've changed it, was that while you can downcraft items, you cannot upcraft. So you can't take spiritual produce and turn it into celestial produce. You can only downcraft these. So that's something to keep in mind. So I would say only downcraft when needed, instead of all of them at a single time, unless you're just trying to make a ton of, uh, ton of the stuff that's the level below what you have. So now that we have all these, how do we want to set this up? So our cooking stuff is kind of in this section, so we can take out this. And we'll throw the cooking station here. We'll throw the alchemy station there. Very similar in style to a brewing stand. The infusion station, the gear crafting station, and the salvaging station. Honestly, for now, we can just have them kind of by our bed. It's not that big a deal. But we are gonna go ahead and throw a bunch of stuff in the salvaging station. I'm gonna throw this in here. Just because very likely the first time I start crafting stuff is going to be to level up the experience, and so I'm going to want this in there to get so anyways. So I think that is a pretty good place to wind down today's episodes. So if you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment telling us what part was your favorite, what part you liked, what part you didn't like. Tell me if I should show more of my building on camera, or if you like more of the exploration mining stuff shown on here. Yeah, gotta get back up. But as for this episode, I think that's gonna do it. We got a decent amount of stuff done today. We got that farm set up. We got our crafting stations made. We made some progress on quests, but for the most part, today was a pretty productive day. So, like I said, if you liked, don't forget to hit that like button. Turn on the bells. We have new content here on the Task Force Questionable channel coming out almost every day of the week. There's a couple days that are free for stuff that maybe we will start streaming on sometime. But until then, thanks for watching.